Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the completion of an entire month of A Course in Miracles lessons. Yay! Give yourself a complete, absolute thank you, and I'm going to give you a complete and absolute thank you, because gratitude is worthy unto our brothers and sisters, and that is what you are. That's what we are. And so I feel that today is another day of celebration where we can apply the thought of the day and let ourselves truly experience this transformation and change of mind so that we can truly let ourselves see the love of God present in all people, in all things, in all situations, and to realize that we truly are not a victim of the world we see. And that's today's lesson, lesson 31. I am not the victim of the world I see. And I think today is the perfect lesson after yesterday's lesson, which is God is in everything I see because God is in my mind. So we are realizing that by changing the source of our thinking from fear to love, love becomes the extension and projection here, and thus our reality and experience. But prior to that, we were projecting the thoughts of fear, the thoughts of attack, that we are this body that can be harmed, and thus we have a tendency to take on the role of a victim. And so today we are recognizing that I am not the victim of the world I see. And so it goes. Today's idea is the introduction to your declaration of release. Again, the idea should be applied to both the world you see without and the world you see within. In applying the idea, we will use a form of practice which will be used more and more with changes as indicated. So I'm going to pause for a second, because today's lesson is truly an introduction to the declaration of our release. Released from the world, released from bondage, released from this mentality of being a victim. If this is what you want, say yes and let the Holy Spirit heal your mind through the thought of the day. Because truly we are not victims. Nobody is a victim. It is a false misperception of what we think that we are and what we think can happen to us. But once we recognize that the mighty power of the universe resides within us, that this powerful, all-healing, whole love of our Father is within us, we can choose this instead. So we're learning to remember that there's another way of seeing ourselves, and there's another way of seeing this world. So we are not a victim of the world that we see. And so we can apply this to our inner world as well as our outer world. It goes both ways for today. Generally speaking, the form includes two aspects. One in which you apply to the idea on a more sustained basis, and the other consisting of frequent applications of the idea throughout the day. So what he's saying is there's two different ways of doing today's lesson, and you want to include them both. One is to allow yourself to actually repeat the thought of the day, I am not the victim of the world I see, and then have a more sustained practice period where you apply it practically to things that you see with your physical eyes. But then at the same time, the second application of today's idea is to just say it throughout the day. And I find myself doing this, that no matter where I am, no matter where I'm going, and no matter who I'm with, this thought is either given me inwardly that I just repeat it as an affirmation here, or I extend it and I say it out loud. Either way, it's us remembering that this is our intent, that this is our goal, that above all else I want to see that God is in my mind, and thus see God everywhere, instead of seeing that I'm a victim, because we're not a victim. So today is that declaration of release, and we can apply it throughout the day. He also says that he wants two longer practice periods to happen, one in the morning and one at night. And I think this is brilliant, because upon awakening in the morning, you set your intention immediately. This is what my intention is for today, to recognize that I'm not a victim of the world that I see. And then at nighttime, to remind yourself of this as well, so that you can go to sleep peacefully and know that you have done the best that you can to call upon this vision, to let yourself see yourself in the light instead of in the darkness, which has happened for so long. And it says 3 to 5 minutes for each morning and evening period. During that time, look around you slowly while repeating the idea 2 or 3 times. Then close your eyes and apply the same idea to your inner world. You will escape from both together, for the inner is the cause of the outer. So today we apply it externally, sit for a moment, apply it internally, and upon truly, truly, truly receiving today's lesson, we will free ourselves both inwardly and externally, because our inner mind is the cause of our outer experience. It says, as you survey your inner world, merely let whatever thoughts cross your mind come into awareness, each to be considered for a moment and then replaced by the next. So this is how we begin the practice of awareness of mind. This is the beginning process of changing our mind. And so let yourself be patient with yourself. Try not to establish any thought of hierarchy among the thoughts that are in your mind. Just let yourself see them as all the same. Watch them come and go as dispassionately as possible. Do not dwell on anyone in particular, but try to let the stream move on evenly and calmly without any special investment on your part. As you sit and quietly watch your thoughts, repeat today's idea to yourself as often as you care to, but with no sense of hurry. So just be patient, be still, be slow. Take this time for you. Take this time for you today. In addition, repeat the idea for today as often as possible during the day. Remind yourself that you are making a declaration of independence in the name of your own freedom. And in your freedom lies the freedom of the world. And receiving this gift for yourself, you give it to all the world, and thus together we are both set free. The idea for today is also a particularly useful one to use as a response to any form of temptation. It is a declaration that you will not yield to it and put yourself in bondage. How beautiful is that? How beautiful is that? We are here to remember our freedom and not our bondage. We're here to remember our limitless beauty and power and not that we're a victim. And we're here to see that the love of God is everywhere and in all things, because the love of God is in my mind. So we're here to accept this love in our mind, this new vision in our mind, so we can truly, 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 truly accept the thought and know the thought to be true, that I am not a victim of the world I see. So thank you, everybody. We've made it through our first month, and we only have 11 more to go. So I'm continuing to be inspired. So I'm looking forward to everything that comes forward in the next few days and weeks and months to come, and I will continue to do these videos as often as I possibly can. I love you all. Thank you. Have a beautiful, blessed day.